everyone's having a blessed morning. I am having a blessed morning. Yes, yes, yes. So I'm back with another good one. I'm back with another good video. I'm back with another good topic. This is for us, right? And I know, basically we want to basically talk about this, right? And why should we talk about this? Why should we talk about this, right? We know drugs in our community has been a big campaign to destroy our community, our communities, our societies, our future, our children. Drugs, and we all know that we don't have laboratories, we don't have these things to create guns and drugs and all of these property and all of these downfalls and darkness upon us and outside our communities. They come from other civilizations, other places, other countries, right? For a long period of time, right, drugs been entering the United States by boat and by airplane and by basically traveling probably through car also, in multiple ways, right? So, what people don't understand is that these laboratories, right? These laboratories that they have created already been in motion. They already been in motion. They already been there. They said activate project 20, activate project 58, whatever project it is. That's going after individuals that's flying in through boat transportation. We need to stop this operation, right? Now, these cartels and stuff like that, a lot, the government know who they are. They know who they are, right? Not saying that they're not gonna do, they're not gonna go lock them up because they could, because it's international. But there's big business there. There's a market there. People need to get high. People need to get high. People need to get high. They want to be dumb, deaf, and blind, by using these drugs, which is destroying our communities. And as a people, we can't get ahead because there's a controlled substance that's entering into the lives of our children, and that's taking our children away down a dark path. And jail and death becoming organ donors, right? So what we see now, and we saw this before, was a big campaign, is actually the fight against the drugs that are coming in here. But why is this? Why is this? Because is it that somebody feels that they're not getting the slice of a pie or the piece of the pie? What's going on? Are they going to go on national TV, right, on all these major platforms and take all these kilos of drugs and burn them and throw them in water, flush them down the toilet? They're not going to show that to us. That's how you really fight crime. That's how you really show and stand on business, and you mean business, that you're not going to flood our lands with drugs and guns and anything else. That's how you keep the trust with the citizen. That's how you stand on business. That's how you show the American people, the indigenous people, or people all around the world that you mean business and that you stand on business and that you're not going to do what? That you're not going to allow people to plague our future with drugs and alcohol and guns and cigarettes and everything else. That's just what you do. That is how you get the people to trust you, that you stand on business, that you allow your children to go to school, become educated, that you're not going to allow whole boy over there across the street selling drugs and alcohol to our children and loose cigarettes. That's how you stand on business. But these things are not. Because you know why? This is actually, it's going to rig the program of murder, death, kill, barbaric, devil, demon. We can't have that. He's not going to allow that. And he don't have the control in the matter. Because you know why? Because you got things there that's supporting this entity. Sick, barbaric, devil, demon. Do you understand? This is a spiritual world. Spiritual war. This is spiritual that you and I can't see with your eyes. But spiritually, we can see it. We can see it. Won't we give this life back to the co-creators of it? Give it back. Give it back to the co-creators that's destroying our future and our community and our societies and everybody all around the world. Give it back to them. So they co-created this new laboratory. But this laboratory been in existence. They just activated because it's part of the program. That's all they did. So now they going after the cartels and those that selling drugs and doing all these murder, death, kill acts. There's business to be made. There's money to be made. There's addicts that need this controlled substance. This murder, death, kill can't have that. So go back to the drawing board. I want a slice of the pie. So I proposed a question. And the question is, are they going to burn it or are they going to keep it? Majority of the time for me, they're going to keep it for something else. They're going to keep it. And you're going to add this chemicals into something where the people going to get addicted to it. And I'm telling you that. That's just my option. Allegedly. They're not going to burn it. They're not going to throw it in the water. They're not going to throw it down in acid and burn it and show the American people and show the citizens of America, hardworking people, that they going hard on drugs. They're going to save that. They're not going to throw away all that money. They're going to give it to this person, that person, this person. And the process is going to keep going on. To keep us oppressed and depressed. To keep us oppressed and depressed. With drugs and alcohols and everything else that's been leading the force against us. They're keeping us dumb, deaf, and blind. That's an actual true fact. And they're going to get somebody that's going to take the hit. Somebody's going to take the hit. Somebody got to take the hit. Because you know why? These individuals need fame, fortune, and riches, lights, shares, and squad, lights, cameras, and action. They got to keep the program going, the procreation going, the procreation going, the procreation going. They can't have us band together. They can't have the indigenous descendants of America, right, of this earth, banding together, right, and uplifting our societies, our communities, and getting us to the next existence and leaving those behind. They can't have that. So I'm telling you, it's a wake-up call. It's to stand on business. Stand on loyalty. Stand on respect. Stand on honesty with the Alpha Omega, the creator and everything existing. And he will triple your bag in this life and in the next. In this life and in the next. Don't become a lost one with fame, fortune, and riches. It's going to be very hard, I know. You're going to be hungry. You're going to be jobless. I know, I understand that. But you can do it. If I did it, you can do it, beloved. Fight against the odds. Fight against the temptations of this sick, barbaric, devil, demon, demonic, evil, twisted. That's there for our demise and destruction as people. Remember, this war started with us and it's going to end with us. So pick a side which one you want to be on. You want to be on the everlasting to get to the next life? or you want to be here in the beginning and end, right here in this earth. There's a beginning and end. Everybody that wanted the beginning and end is going to taste this fast life. And that also has a beginning and end. It's not forever. That's why there's going to backdoor you. I recommend that you don't do this life. I recommend that you don't do it. It's time to elevate. It's time to elevate. Elevate. Get the drugs out of our neighborhood. Give it back to the co-creators. Give it back to them. We don't need it. We don't. We have the Alpha Omega, the creating everyday existence. I'm here amongst you, the interpreter. I am you, you and me. I'm here amongst you. I'm bringing knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from a spiritual sense, from a spiritual world that you may not understand and may not know, and maybe you do know. But I'm here to bring the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, so you can define your so you can define your square, so you can define your circle, so you can do what? So you can elevate and understand and master yourself and master gravity, so you can lift your mind, body, soul up with your family and loved ones beyond this stupid and ignorant existence which is procreated for our demise to stay here. This is actual true facts. Brothers and sisters, kings and queens, ladies and gentlemen, princess all around the world. They're not going to burn that. They're not going to throw it in acid. That'd be a good thing to show the entire world. And we already know, if you're going to use AI or anything, burn it up. Throw it down in the acid. They're not going to do that. They're going to show and tell, so the major platforms can get it out, so they can look like they did a great job. But behind closed doors, they're going to distribute it to individuals that they pick and feel that's loyal to them. That's not going to backdoor them and tell on them. That's going to get life in prison just to sell those drugs and plague our communities. They're going to get individuals to do that, that's loyal to this entity. And if you wind up stitching and telling, we're going to off your wife and your kids and whoever else. It's an actual true fact. It's something to think about. So the question is they going to burn it or they're going to keep it? To me, they're going to keep it. They're not going to burn that in front of us and put acid on it. And every time, once they catch these big hits and these big organizations and these organizations and operations of drugs, they need to go on the social media and all these major platforms and burn it in front of everybody. They're not going to do that. Now that is standing on business. Now that is standing on integrity. Now that is standing on loyalty to the Alpha Omega, the creating everyday existence. That is winning the people's heart, mind, and soul, that they actually have a leader, a guide, and an interpreter that's going to lead them to the Alpha Omega, the creating everyday existence, that's going to stand on business and rid the world from this evil and fight back and push back. That's going to save our future, the rainbow. So, you know, I just want to share that with you guys. You guys have an amazing Monday. This is Motivation Monday, and y'all guys have a great day. Peace, y'all. Yes.